So Collegiate Housing is a student housing company. We're based out of Indianapolis, and we have locations all over the U.S., all the way from New York to all the way to California, with about 25 or more locations. As an IT professional, I wanted to work in a way that makes people productive. As somebody who is managing the whole IT infrastructure for my company, what is expected of me is to make sure things work for everyone and make them more productive. The first thing that you have to consider is security. Okay, there's a lot of things out there that makes it very risky to run OSs or to run your business. The biggest key thing that I feel is security that has changed the way we look at our networks, the way we look at our PCs, the way we look at everything now. Vista brings to the table a lot of things that has evolved during the time since when XP was there, in terms of security, in terms of malware, in terms of protection, in terms of all these applications that's coming out, richer interfaces. It was a good experience in a lot of areas, but there were a lot of challenges that we did face. One, educating and training the end users on how to use it. So the second challenge is around application compatibility. How do you get the hardware or the software vendors to catch up with the release cycle, right? So there was a lot that we did, at least to work with our ISVs to run our line of business apps. And I think those were some of the things that maybe could have been better. Those were some of the roadblocks that we did face. Definitely with hardware and being able to find the right mix of hardware to deploy to the right mix of users. That was definitely one of the challenges that we faced, but it was a learning experience as we learned it, because now we have a better understanding of what is required in our organization. But I think Windows 7 solves most of those just to start with. Windows 7 brings a lot of performance increases, a lot of enhancements in terms of UI, which makes the people, I think, a lot more productive. And for us to do it now, one of the main reasons would be we can do Windows 7 without having to invest in new hardware, because Windows 7 would run on any given hardware that we have and run better than what we have. Direct Access excites me the most because I think Direct Access brings a new breed of technology that was never, ever available. We have field people in these places who never see the inside of the corporate office. That means as an IT person, they never see the inside of the network. So it makes it a real challenge for us to be able to manage, maintain, patch, deploy these machines when they're out in the field. Direct Access solves that problem to us out of the box. It gives us the ability to connect these machines up to the corporate network, to be able to manage them, to be able to patch them, to be able to deploy them remotely without ever requiring the laptop to be inside or the desktop to be physically inside of the corporate network. That's what makes it exciting. I think it'll be a whole lot easier to educate our users on how to use Windows 7 now that they've been on Windows Vista, because the user interface is almost the same, if not better. And also looks like the application vendors are more in line with Windows 7 than they were with Windows Vista. So I think we will solve that issue too when we get to that point. But overall, it promises to be a very exciting and a very manageable and a very deployable OS.